Okay, it is July 5th, and we are alongside the creek, uh, uh, alongside the Creekside Trail, which we have run from because it was storming as we headed down Creekside Trail. So we took the path. Fortunately, that the boys had set up for us, and sought refuge down here under the canopy here, um, next to Creekside Trail. Um, the results so far at this time are mixed. The results are mixed. I think I lost a shirt, but the pants are good, and that's what's most important at night. Um, Interesting. I met an officer who's training scent dogs, and he had them down here. He had them across the way there, and interesting. Yeah, he seems like a trainer. Trains, scent dogs, and I was asking him, the old myth about, the escaped prisoners, chained at the ankles, and it's like, and the dogs behind them with the fat belly sheriff is gonna, bring them to justice because they just escaped the pen, and the prisoners, not the dogs. And so, he has, so he's following these dogs and stuff, and they get to the river, and the prisoners have crossed the river and gone up the other side, and the dogs get to the riverbank, this being a creek, and then just like sit there. And I asked him, I said, is it true that it's like dogs lose a scent in water? And he said, yeah, they do. It's true. He said, I don't lose the scent. And I'm like, yes, officer, I know that. That's been proven to me across the country time and time again. It's like, I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and, what are you doing here? I'm in the middle of nowhere, It's like the other night, Northwestern Hub, out in, nowhere. And woken by an officer, 3 a.m, 2 a.m. That's, what are you doing here? And my first, the first thing I said is trying to escape the public, trying to get out of view. I really wanted to say, what are you doing? What are you doing here at 2 o'clock in the morning when there's nobody here and I'm out in, the middle of nowhere? I mean, what made you, drive through this parking lot, officer? But I had a good mind to keep my mouth shut, and he just told me to get lost. But that brings me to the scent of a woman. I don't know if you remember that movie years ago, Al Pacino, The Blind Man, and the young boy. Scent of a Woman. I think it was Al Pacino's first Oscar. He won it for Scent of a Woman. And I remember, I go back to my days as a college student in Arizona. I had a roommate in Tempe, and I was like 21 and a grad student. He was like 20 and going to school at ASU as an undergrad, and but he was like really hip. He was really cool. He had a mullet, and and he had was born and raised in Tempe, so he had a family and a foundation there, and it all at all. But but he was really cool, and he had girlfriends that would stop by, and and he had no troubles with girls. I mean, at 20 years old, and it's like yeah, I didn't have trouble with girls. When I was a graduate student at Tempe. But he told me once. He said, it's more than just getting clean. It's more than losing the stink, of the road of life, of time. I'm there, what do you mean? He's there, girls can pick up the scent of another woman. I'm there, get out of here. He said, yeah, man, yeah. I mean, you can lose your scent to the men, but a woman, it's you better be single, because if you take home a scent of another woman, your woman is going to have something to say to you about it. She's going to be dogging your ass, man, to know what scent is on you that she does not recognize. And we're not talking Aqua Velva here, guys. We're not talking Old Spice. And I'm like, get out of here, really? He's there, yeah, man. It's like, he's there. I don't know how many times I've gone to, so-and-so's apartment, an old high school friend who, that he had, dated and not dated and dated, it's just, uh, and, after seeing somebody, here or there, wherever, and she's yelling and screaming because, hey, you're cheating on me. How dare you? Who do you think you are at 20 years old, to come back to me and my roommate's, apartment here and hey. It's Friday night here in, what is it, Riverside? The creek is nice and swollen, nice and fat. A whole lot of juice now that the rain has come, for the last half hour or so and filled it full of water here. And Riverside, it's William, trying to stay dry.